Thanks very much. This is actually my first time coming to this meeting, and I was invited to be part of the Knowledge Translation Working Group, which I think is a really good place for me because I'm really thinking about these issues on a daily basis, coming from industry. So for those of you who don't know me and don't know Afexa Life Sciences, we are a U of A spin-off company. We spun off from the Department of Physiology in 1992, and we're probably best known for being the makers of Cold FX. So really, I'm going to be bringing a bit of a different perspective to the meeting, coming from industry, not big pharma, Andre, but small pharma. And I really want to make 2 points today related to the theme of this overall meeting of making connections. And I think that's a really great theme, very relevant. And I heard a lot of things in Andre's talk, which I think I'm going to try not to repeat, but he really pretty much stole the words from my mouth, so this will be rather quick. The first point relates to the importance of making that connection with the end user of our health innovations that we're all working so hard on. And I think it's really important to remember that we have that accountability to the public, that they are depending on us for hope, they are depending on us to improve their quality of life. So I was really glad to hear that from some of the previous speakers. It's absolutely something that we don't really struggle with coming from industry. It's imperative that we think about those issues on a daily basis, particularly because we're coming from a consumer health products industry. So really, if we're not fully connecting with our end user, fully connecting with our consumer, we're not going to be around very long. So it's something we kind of know how to do intuitively. So I think, though, it is easier in some areas like ours than it is in others. And I want to be clear here, I do really recognize the importance of curiosity-driven research. I think that really true breakthrough innovations don't necessarily happen in a very predictable or in a very prescriptive format. So I think it's important that while it's really on trend to be thinking about in terms of these research contracts and this accountability to the public and to the end user, the ability to commercialize and translate the knowledge, I think we can't forget all of the incredible examples of innovation that happened through really strange and unpredictable formats. The second point that I really want to make is around making connections with each other. And that's why I'm so happy to see meetings like this happening, and I think we need to have more of that. This idea of connectivity and collaboration is really on trend right now. You just have to look at Facebook, the enormous, staggering success of Facebook and of movies about Facebook, to know exactly how important collaboration and connectedness is. I'm sure many of you already know about the power of collaboration. It's a model that we use within our company. We actually have a team of about 50 scientists in-house, and we do a lot of chemistry, a lot of formulation work. But really, I would say the vast majority of our research is happening through collaboration with our research network of more than 50 research teams globally. I'll just give you a quick example of how this kind of collaborative model can really accelerate a program. I was at a meeting like this several years ago that I attended, and I was a panelist with Ed Shaw from Wake Forest University, who heads a CCOP program for southeastern U.S. In clinical oncology. And as we were chatting more and more, and I presented on some of the interesting potential applications of the active ingredient in Cold FX in oncology, he was very excited to hear about this, and we ended up talking for a long time after the session. And by the end of it, he was so completely sold on the merits, the research merits of it. And he said, you know, I really want to work with you people. This is very exciting. It wasn't his therapeutic area, by the way. He worked on chemobrain, something completely unrelated. But he said, I'm going to go back to Wake Forest. I'm going to find you the right person. He ended up talking to the head of infectious diseases there and arranging a wonderful collaboration with that site that's lasted over several years and ultimately culminated in a successful clinical trial, which we just announced. It's incremental work, Andre. We did not use the C word, but very encouraging. I think we are, it's a great example of how collaboration can really accelerate a program. So I think really I'll just leave it there for now, but I simply want to say that I hope all of you are able to walk away from this conference having made at least one meaningful new connection, and that potentially maybe results in a collaboration. So good luck. Thank you.